Destiny's takes have been terrible. He is a gaslighting person who literally don't have any substance to what he's saying, in my opinion. He sound good, right? One of these people that can talk and they can gaslight and they can say all these things that sound like they know what they're talking about, but at the end of the day, they ain't saying nothing. All right, y'all, I'm back. Even in the hotel room, traveling is because the grind never stops. We got to continue to push forward. We got to continue to keep the mission at hand, and we will never let Charlie Kirk's legacy or his name die. It won't happen. All right, not under my watch. So we still grind it. But let's get to this topic here. And before I get into the topic, first of all, I want to thank y'all for supporting Charlie with buying his shirts. 100% of the profit will go to Erica. We're going to give them a check, and whatever she want to do with it, she can do with it. We are almost at $500,000 now raised for the family. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Extreme Apparel, because they helped us do some of the printing, because we were printing out of 40,000 shirts or something crazy. So God bless you guys for helping. If you want to support it, we have it for pre-order because we need to get all the orders done to get the new orders ready to go. We don't want you guys waiting forever to do it. We got this stuff, got to be methodical. We got volunteers who are coming in, people in the community that just want to help Charlie and do something right, do something good, do something positive for his family and the cause. So I just got to say thank you. Now let's get into this Destiny thing, bro. I don't know if you guys know who Destiny is. Many of you guys probably have no idea who he is. But if you can think of a caricature of a person who literally lives his entire life almost giving synopsis of events like a drug addict. Don't mind the chin moving like this every time we talk. I don't know if he was hitting some coke too hard or something. I don't know what happened to him. But I do know that his takes are terrible. Now, before Charlie ever died, Destiny's takes have been terrible. He is a gaslighting person who literally don't have any substance to what he's saying, in my opinion. He sound good, right? One of these people that can talk and they can gaslight and they can say all these things that sound like they know what they're talking about, but at the end of the day, they ain't saying nothing. Now let's play this clip, and it's gonna blow your socks off, because to be honest, as silly as he is and silly as he has been for as long as I've ever seen any of his content, this is the craziest thing Destiny has ever said in his entire existence on the internet that I know of. I cannot believe he said this about Charlie Kirk in his death. And it was so bad that Kasparian, or whatever her name is, had to get on him, and Jack Posobiec had to get on him in the same episode. Well, we're gonna go through all three of them. I'm gonna start with the craziest thing he said, the most disrespectful thing he said that included zero logic. Roll the clip.
You've been quite active on social media since Charlie Kirk's death. When Erica Kirk posted Charlie's coffin, you responded, she tagged him, brackets, crying face emojis. In response to Alina Haber's tweet ordering people to fly their flags at half-mast in memory of Charlie, you posted on X, buying flags and poles just to fly them fully erect. And you then posted yesterday, ending every conservative debate call out I do in 2026 with "Don't dodge, bro." That's not what Charlie would have wanted. I mean, do you think that your response to the cold-blooded murder of Charlie Kirk has been appropriate?
Yes. I think that the only way this country moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side. We are 10 years into whatever this Trump madness is, and there is not a single mainstream conservative that will call for a lowering of the temperature on their side. I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on. 7 out of 10 of the largest protests in American history have happened under Donald Trump. All of the recent political violence that's happened in this country over the past 20 years, the majority of it, the overwhelming majority of it, everybody gets mad because they keep asking Grok about it, has been conservative.
Who shot Charlie Kirk?
A guy from Utah who was raised in a Christian family, who was a 22-year-old
white
dude.
Described,
He wasn't
Destiny.
trans. He didn't have a trans girlfriend. He didn't have any trans influences. He didn't have any trans bullets. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys were wrong on all of that.
To be clear, the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has made it clear that their investigation has now established that he had been radicalized by a leftist ideology, which drove him to do this. That's just
I'm sorry. Excuse me. When?
Yesterday, he said that. the
No,
governor.
no. When was he radicalized? In the 6 months that he did remote college? Not
I don't know when he was radicalized, but I do know.
What you just said
I do
is not
know
true.
the very
No,
reasonable
that's not true.
sounding governor of Utah
No.
has made
No,
it
it's not
clear
true.
that the
No, he hasn't made it
you may
clear.
not want
He
to
said
hear
this is
this.
an ongoing investigation.
You may not want to
No, you
hear
don't
it,
wanna hear it,
Destiny.
Piers.
But the reality is, the investigators, according to the governor of Utah, have established that he was radicalized to a leftist ideology that drove him to murder Charlie Kirk. Now, let me just
that's
ask you.
just not true.
Let me just
There's
ask
no
you.
way to deal with it.
Okay,
You're living in a
accusing the
delusional
governor of
fantasy.
lying.
Yeah.
That's your prerogative. But
Sure.
if it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the president of the United States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
So
The
you
fact
won't
that he
condemn
can go
the
on
murder of
Fox and
Charlie
Friends-
Kirk
I'm
until
just-
Donald Trump says
Piers,
something.
I'm a YouTuber. Leftists and Democrats have been condemning and turning down the temperature, condemning violence, turning down the temperature for a decade. Donald Trump can't go on TV and say, all of us need to calm down.
Right.
Can you tell me why he cannot?
Why
tell
would you
his side
expect
to
anybody,
calm down?
Destiny?
You
What-
can't answer that. Can you answer that question? Why
Okay,
can't
can
Trump
you
go on
answer
TV
this
and say,
question?
all of us should be less violent?
Why do you
can't
think-
Trump say that?
why do you
Why is
think-
your
Trump say that?
behavior
I feel like
contingent
I'm
on Donald Trump?
insane right now.
Why
Why
do you
is
think? No,
your
let me
behavior
ask a
contingent
question.
on Donald Trump?
Let me
Why
ask
is
a
that?
question.
Because he's the president of the United States of America and the leader of the opposing political party.
Destiny. Let me
You
just.
have a huge audience of young men who
I'm a
listen to
YouTuber
everything you have to
who
say.
has more
So
young
when
men
you,
following
it
him.
doesn't matter.
Who
You
has
have a
more young-
huge
it doesn't
audience,
matter.
and because
This
of
is
the fact that
world
you have a
I'm
huge
living in,
audience,
and
you
your
have
brain
a
has been
responsibility
broken by
to
online
not turn.
rhetoric.
No,
And
it
your
hasn't.
brain
It hasn't
has
been
been
broken. I
destroyed
actually care
because
about the
people
country
bullied you on
and want to bring
Twitter.
people together.
If
You do
then
the
you should tell
opposite.
Donald
You
Trump to
represent
tell
the
people
worst
to
of us,
be
Destiny.
less.
Now, Anna Kasparian is a nut too, so don't her little jaw jacking at the end. I got something for her too. But however, did you know how crazy that is for Destiny to say that? I got 2 more clips to play, so stay tuned. You know how crazy it is for him to mock Erica, a woman who's grieving the death of her husband who died in a tragic assassination. Like to mock her is insane to me. To make a statement to say all of the biggest protests in history have been Donald Trump been in office. What in the are you talking about? The biggest protests have been happening because the left is protesting Donald Trump. The left is protesting Donald Trump. The left are the ones acting a nut. The left are the ones rioting and burning down buildings and assaulting people and killing people in the roadway. Do we not forget what happened during Black Lives Matter? Do we forget? Do we forget what happened during all of these police shootings that were going on? Did we somehow forget? Now, Destiny is disingenuous at best. And then he goes on to say, I won't say nothing about a deranged killer until Donald Trump tells people to turn the temperature down. First of all, he's a nut to say the left been telling people to turn the temperature down. I could show a whole highlight tape of Democrats telling people to go and assault people, to push against them, to push on them. They should be accosted. They have accosted people. I mean, you name it, it has been done. But the part that he said that Donald Trump needed to tell people to turn the temperature down is absolutely asinine and insane. Why would Donald Trump be telling people to turn the temperature down when the people on the conservative side don't have the temperature raised? One of our people got killed. We didn't do nothing to nobody. And then after our person get killed, unlike the leftists who go out and burn buildings down and burn down communities and threaten people and do all this other stuff, we did it peacefully. We did it the way Charlie would have done it. We did it through prayer. Yeah, there's frustration that occurs. Yeah, people may say some things that out of frustration, but the actions of the populace, you're talking about people all over the world, peacefully assembling, peacefully praying for Charlie, memorializing Charlie's life. Nobody, I haven't seen a lick of violence. All right, there's more. And then he goes on about Erica, which because I'm a Christian, I'm not going to say what I would like to do. I'm not going to say what I would like to see happen. And then, of course, it doesn't have anything to do with being a coward. It has something to do with if I saw Destiny face to face and he ever disrespected Erica in my face, I won't say what in my mind is thinking. If he ever disrespected Charlie Kirk in front of me, I'm not saying what my mind is thinking. I'm going to tell you what God said. And God said, pray for him. God said, let it go. But my mind is wanting to say something else because you disrespect Charlie or his wife in front of me. It's like disrespecting my family. And 100% I'm going to say something. But see, God got control of my mind. He need to control your mind like Charlie would do. All right. What would Charlie do? I need to have a thing to say. I need to have a thing to say. What would Charlie do? Because what Brandon would do. All right, let's go to the next clip, bro. Let's go to the next clip. Roll it.
I don't understand you, Destiny. You have so much hatred in your heart, and at the same time, you
it's
judge
such a simple thing.
others
If you're
as
going
being
to
hateful.
weaponize somebody's grief against the other party, well, then of course people have a right to fight back against it. I think that she has every right to grieve in whatever way she wants, but when that grief is going to be weaponized to do recruitment, political recruitment, and further radicalization of the other side, then of course you not only have the ability to mock it, I think you have the obligation to mock it. It's insane.
Let me understand. Let me understand your argument. So since others are using her grief to politically recruit, you think that it's okay to mock her specifically?
Since others
How
are
does that
using
make any
her grief,
sense?
she's the one who gave a 17-minute speech on TV where she talked about good versus evil. She's the one showing up in
Destiny,
TPUSA ads to 1 or 2 days after.
If someone assassinated my husband, I would not be able to have the level of composure she had during that speech. I would be out for blood. I understand why she's angry and why she said the things that she said. Okay, you need to understand what being a human is, what it's like to actually lose someone that you love, that you chose to spend your life with, that you chose to raise children with, a person who was violently and viciously assassinated like that. This is why I've moved away
And when
from
something
identifying as
because
a
you got bullied online. It's so funny. It's so funny
are
that you just
so
said that you
embarrassing on
don't
the
think about
left.
how other people act to define your behavior. Your entire political ideology now is somehow defined by the people that were mean to you on Twitter.
No,
if somebody
it's
cares
not.
about somebody who's
No,
grieving,
I understood
then you tell that
what
person,
the flaws
you
on
tell
the
that
left
person,
happen to
hey,
be. The
maybe you should
weakness in their
step back for a
arguments.
couple of
No,
weeks.
no, it's
Maybe
not
you should
about
take
the
some
way
time
I
to
get
grieve.
treated.
You don't
I get
say,
treated
hey, let's
like
throw a
crap from
camera in
both
front
sides
of
of
you
the
and have
political
you do
aisle.
mass recruitment for our political party while everyone over here is calling for civil war. It's unhinged. When you've got people like Matt Walsh and the Daily Wire and the
we're
president
talking
of the
to a
United States
guy
calling
who
for
said
civil
he'd be
war.
okay with his own parents getting killed if they went to that Trump rally where that assassination
Yeah,
attempt
and we're talking
happened.
to a
There's
woman
no
who went
reasoning
on and
with
did
you,
the whole
Destiny.
conservative media
There's
outlet
no,
with
there's
Tucker
no
Carlson
reasoning
and
with
Glenn
you.
Beck.
All right, two knuckleheads arguing with each other, but she got a point, right? Because Erica obviously is a woman, she's going to defend a woman, so she can actually have common sense when talking to him. But it is absolutely ridiculous to say that Erica is somehow using Charlie's death to recruit. Lord Jesus, help us. He died. He was the leader of Turning Point USA. Majority of his adult life, I mean, all of his adult life, not majority, all of his adult life, he has been leading and building Turning Point USA. He dies, and his wife says, we need to come together to continue his legacy, to continue what he has built, to inspire the way Charlie has inspired. Look at the people around the world that are mourning his death. How is it leveraging his death to start or to build it's already built. She's just encouraging people to continue what Charlie was doing, which is revolutionizing the lives of young Christians, young men in America. I mean, y'all can go down the list. But this nut job decide that he want to take the position and argument to say it's wrong for her to grieve the way she is and also empower her husband's message moving forward. That's why these weirdo dudes that are not married, no kids, and if they got kids, they ain't good dads. They don't understand about human value. They don't have God in their life. That's why they say the stupidest stuff you've ever heard. But I want to play this last clip because Jack Posobiec has become one of the people that I really like. I never watched his stuff before, but when I went on his show and I seen him a couple places and he was really cool with Charlie, I really do appreciate the things that Jack Posobiec makes. I really do think he's a genuine guy. And so here's the confrontation between him and let's talk about it after.
I mean, Piers, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, this type of ideology where you've got someone who's willing to mock Erica, who's been standing strong for her family, for her children, she will never be able to grow old with Charlie. She will never be able to be with them again, have more children, to have grandchildren, to have those memories, to raise them. It's all gone. Every single moment of that future that they had was gone because someone fired a bullet at Charlie Kirk that said, "Hey, fascist, catch." And now you have people celebrating it And when you ask people
That's
about
not even
it,
the
they
bullet
say,
that was fired.
"Oh,
How are you lying
oh,
about this?
Shut
even?
up, Des.
You're so
Shut
shameless,
up.
dude. Oh my God, you're not even inside the right bullet. You're such a disgusting
Piers.
piece of shit. Holy fuck.
What a
Piers.
pedantic
Are we-
point. What a
are we
It's not
even gonna do
pedantic.
this?
The guy's a
It's
professional
total
liar.
Are we even gonna do
it's
this?
total
Evidence-based.
pedantry. Total
This guy
even gonna
probably
do
I would
this?
like to let
Jesus.
Jack. I would like to let Jack finish his point, please.
Yeah,
and
his
and
rant
they'll
here,
claim
yeah.
there's no leftist connection. They'll claim there's no there and then go so far as to lie and say there's some kind of Christian conservative connection when you could see the writing on the bullet casings. And so these are very common symbols associated, whatever. The point is, right, it should be very, very clear. Are we connected with our humanity?
Boy, I tell you what, I have to say, Jack has some composure, and I am actually inspired by his composure. I think I couldn't go on that show if Destiny were to say half of the stuff he said. I think I would have threatened him. I'm just being honest. I think I probably would have said something threatening to him because he had the audacity to cuss out Jack Posobiec and lie and gaslight and act like none of the things that Jack is saying. Jack may have misspoken about the shell. I mean, we don't know. I don't know if Jack misspoke because the shell casings that they recovered, they didn't say that was the one that was fired or not. I don't know. Jack could be 100% right. Either way it goes, there was inscription on these shell casings that the FBI had exposed to the public as evidence. Clearly, someone goes to the measure of shooting Charlie Kirk in front of everybody. Clearly don't agree with his ideology. Clearly, nobody on the right has ever done anything of the sort. It's only these nut jobs. The same one that tried to do Trump in, the same two tried to kill Trump. And then you got this guy. All you got to do is look at him and you can tell he's a deranged leftist. Then you go look at his Discord messages. Then you look at the fact that he was in a relationship and dating a trans person. I mean, and I'm not trying to say it's nothing against you want to date a trans person, but the stars align with foolery when you see a person that have all these things put into place and you go, yeah, they are indoctrinated. His parents said he was indoctrinated. His parents said they had a dinner before this event, a couple of days before or so, that he was just lamenting on the fact that he hated Trump and Trump was spreading hate. And the ironic thing is that Trump is spreading hate, yet you want to go kill him. Charlie ain't killed nobody. Charlie, you maybe kill him in a debate. You can't debate. But Charlie ain't doing nothing physically. Charlie won't even put his hands on people. And Charlie a better man than me. Now I'm a changed man, and God had to deal with me, and I feel like I need to step up because Charlie is not here anymore. So I got to start composing myself and being like Charlie, if I'm on campus and stuff. But bro, can I be honest with y'all? There would be some people sleeping. If they spitting on me and throwing milk and eggs on me like they did Charlie Kirk, I wouldn't be, hey, bro, somebody come rip a hat off my head, I might not be as nice. But this fool Destiny is just out here showing you their true colors. This is how they really feel. I need Donald Trump to tell people to turn the temperature down. You need Donald Trump to tell the left to turn the temperature down. What sense does that make? They are the ones doing this. Who's celebrating Charlie's death? Let's go online. Is it conservatives? I ain't seen a conservative celebrate Charlie's death. Is it Jews? I haven't seen a Jew celebrate Charlie's death. Is it leftists? All you see is these leftist nut jobs, whether they black or white, celebrating Charlie's death. So you tell me who needs to tone the rhetoric down. We don't even have to talk about this. I had to get this off my chest and show you the clip. There's a lot more than this because Destiny didn't even know that the mayor, I think is it the mayor or the Utah governor? I can't remember what position he's in. Shame on me. It's so many people talking and doing all this stuff. But he came out and made mention very clearly that this person was radicalized. He made mention on television that the person was in a relationship with a transgender person. Destiny has no idea that this exists. He literally said, when did that happen? I ain't never heard of that. When did that happen? Bro, are you under a rock? All right. I said enough. Y'all comment in the comment section. Make sure you go and support Charlie, Charlie's family in any way you can. And let me say this, you don't have to go to Tatum's store. I just provide for you guys, but you can also go to Turning Point USA if they have it available. But the only places I know is mine, Turning Point USA, and if you see an affiliate, they have to say that the proceeds will go to the family. Do not shop at places where they're selling Charlie Kirk-esque content or merchandise and they have not made a commitment to give proceeds to the family. I'm just telling you, don't be that person. I love Charlie. I love Erica. I love Turning Point. 100% guaranteed that we're going to give this to the family. We're going to write them $1 million+ check, and we're going to let Erica put that wherever she wants. If she wanted to be sent to Turning Point USA, if they want to be sent to the Kirk Foundation, whatever they're doing, if they want to do that to build a school or whatever Erica wants, we're going to provide that. We are going to provide that to her for her to do that. So I love you guys. Appreciate you. And pray for these people like Destiny, please.